Two persons were arguing as to goat meat and dog's meat, which one is sweeter? Which one, the dog meat is sweeter than goat meat? This argument was so intensive that they had to even get a judge to judge them. But one person won. And how did he win? He won because he tasted dog's meat, he tasted goat meat. But the other person tasted only goat meat. And that was how he won. Because he asked the other gentleman, I have tasted both and I'm giving you, but you have tasted only one. That is goat meat. How then do you know that it is sweeter than dog's meat? And he won the argument. A few days ago, I had a call from one of my classmates, but we were mates in the university. So, and he told me that he has been having passion in poultry farm, and he has even made inquiry to start one. But watching my videos all the time, he got inspired. And when he made his inquiry in the poultry, he realized that the cost of setting up a poultry farm and managing the poultry farm is higher. And he thought that fish farming will be much better and will also have high profit. So he called to seek my advice between poultry and fish farming. Which one is high profit and low cost of setting up? In fact, I've experienced in fish farming. Fish farming has changed my life, and I've seen how fish farming has changed the life of others. Unfortunately, I don't have any experience in poultry, though I have seen how poultry farming has changed the life of others as well. Now, this became tedious to give recommendation, and I'm not selfish. If I were, I would just tell him to go into fish farming because I know definitely I will set up the farm for him and get my share. But that is not the case. I was so fair and unbiased. So I gave him my honest and my unbiased advice. And that is, I told him to go in for poultry. You might be saying, Abdulaziz, you are crazy. Why should you give that recommendation? I am not in any way saying that poultry is more profitable than fish farming. That's not the case. I'm not in also any way saying that setting up poultry farm is less costly as compared to fish farming. But I gave him the advice based on the context that he asked that question. I will give you the reason. The reason of my advice is that he mentioned that he has passion in poultry. And this the word passion is very key here. I told him both poultry and fish farming, by all that I know, they have similarities in terms of cost, in terms of management, and in terms of profitability. For instance, setting up your poultry farm, you need your pens, your drinkers, your chickens, electricity, mention them. Similarly, setting up fish farming, you need your fish pond, you need your source of water, electricity, fingerlings, just mention them. After setting any of them, farm management is very, very important. Even though one requires them being in water, other one is they will not be in water. These are where the differences come. However, in terms of cost, it's very high. He mentioned the cost of feeding the poultry, and I said the same applies to fish farming. In fish farming, we said that after setting up your pond, the next is the feeding. And in fact, the feeding takes 60 to 70% of the total cost of fish production. I also told him, because he asked for the profit margin, I told him, to be honest with you, in your first production cycle in fish farming, you are likely not to make profit. Even if you are going to make profit, it will be a small margin. And the reason is obvious. The initial setup or the initial cost of setting up the pond and everything is costly. So after harvesting your first time, when you weigh the cost of investment, you will notice that the profit margin will be very low. So the initial cost of starting the farm and coupled with your low experience that can lead to mortality and other unforeseen circumstances will lead to low profit. And I told him, but your subsequent production, I assure you that you will break even and make more profit. And I told him all this. But why? Let me come to the answer now. Why did I advise him that he should go in for the poultry? I mentioned passion because he said he has passion in poultry. So I told him, now that you have passion in poultry, if you start the poultry farm and you face setbacks, which you will surely meet, mortality, cost of things, and others, the passion will drive you to keep the production. But when you go in to where you have no passion, but you are chasing money, that's where the problem comes. When the reality set in, when the setbacks set in, you will break down. In fact, you will face mortalities, you will face increase of feed costs, you will face a lot of challenges. But if the passion is there, you will go through. But without the passion, one setup, boom, you are down. You can't do anything. As my mentor, Alhaj Amal, he always tell me, not only me, even sometimes he said it in public, that if he were in fish farming for profit or for money, he will have quit now. And in fact, he has been in fish farming since 2012. And he always produces fish at his backyard. All the time he has fish, but he never sold a single fish. He raised them, he enjoys raising them for the household to consume. So that is the passion driving him. So if you don't have that passion and you are chasing money, go in for the money, and when you get breakdown, you are doomed. And I am not saying that you shouldn't go in for money or for profit or for business. Not of course. That is his way. And as I speak now, he's scaling up to do it commercial. But you can also go in for business, for profit, for money. But our first advice is not a get rich quick scheme. So going in for money is good because if you have that in your mind, you put up or you lay down foundation to get that money. But don't chase the money. Have the passion, plan it, and you are good to go. But situation where you are chasing the money, and when the money runs away, you can't get the money anyway. So please, that's my honest advice. So now what do you also think? Poultry and fish farming, which one is best for you or which one do you love? Let me know in the comment section. And like I always tell you, the purpose of this channel and these educational tips, even though we want money, at least because we have stuff to take care of, but the purpose mainly is to help ourselves and you as farmers to grow. And because of that, when said people approach me, when you approach me with your challenges, I don't just look at it in a business way or how I can get something out of that. I look at it in a way that can help or get mutual benefit. More importantly, you. So if you want to enjoy everything, I have a complete fish farming course from planning, setting up, farm management, preventing diseases, to harvesting and marketing of your fish. I have a complete course for both tilapia and catfish. The link in the description. Check it out. Enroll in that course, and you can learn at any time, anywhere. And then this will help you, especially if you're a beginner or someone who is coming into the fish farming. We have accumulated our experience for many years into that course, and it is very, very super affordable for you. Thank you so much. My name is Abdulaziz Issa. All we do is try to share fish farming tips based on our experience and research. If you don't subscribe to this channel, please do so. Share, like, comment, and let it reach more customers.